Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Superman for the Nintendo Entertainment System. In the last video, we beat Lex Luthor after fighting off all of those fire beasts, and now we have to deal with a bunch of ghosts. Well, we did deal with a bunch of ghosts, and after finding out that we had to go to Metropolis Park to fight off some more enemies that were hiding out underground, we found out from one of the ghosts, who is amazingly able to talk, that we need to go to Freedom Island, which is the one place in this entire game that we have yet to go to. So, after losing all of my health in that underground path on purpose, I'm back here with full health, full abilities, and now we're off again. But now I need to be Superman. And I know that I'm taking damage here, but at least now I'll be able to fly to where I need to go. Now, I can't fly to Freedom Island just yet, but I can fly to Centerville and then fly to Freedom Island from there. So that's what we're going to do. And now Freedom Island is available. So let's head there. There's really nothing else to do. So let's get in here, enter the doorway, and then just stand in place as we fight off these robots. They take 3 hits to kill. They move pretty fast, but they'll just run right into your punches. Now, we need to go up, and we'll face Ursa, the first of 3 bosses. We just need to get away when she jumps, and punch her when she approaches. If she jumps, just get some distance and then punch away at her. And up next is Non, who has the super breath instead of the heat vision. He just runs straight into your punches as he keeps using super breath. Just stand there and keep punching, that's all you have to do. And finally, there's Zod, who has both of the powers and runs around much like Ursa does. Once again, just have him run into your punches while you just stand there and punch. Get some distance whenever he jumps into the air. And eventually you'll beat him, even if you have to be Clark Kent in order to do it. And Zod and his gang is thrown into the mirror cell which originally held them, and you get the ending. Thanks, Superman. Zod's gang was cast into space by a spell. Thanks to your deeds, Earth can remain at peace. Superman, you must protect justice and freedom forever. And with that, that's the end of the game. What a weird little game this is. But at least I was able to enjoy it, and I was able to play with it and enjoy it, and just like the game despite its weird little quirks. It may not be the best Superman game, but there is much worth. Cough, Superman 64 cough. Anyway, I might as well go ahead and give a bit of a mini review here. Graphics, they're alright. They're actually changed from the Japanese Famicom version to make Superman a little more angry. But they're not bad. It can be worse. Plus, at least you can tell what you're looking at some of the time. You can tell what enemies are supposed to be some of the time. And you can tell when you're talking to people a lot of the time. Also, I do like the fact that we have an anime Statue of Liberty here. I'm surprised that wasn't edited for the Western release. Sound and music is alright. Some of the music is from another game by Kemco, known as Indora no Hikari, which came out at around the same time this game came out in Japan. And the reason why that is because the original Famicom version used John Williams' music without permission, and while that music is pretty good and is pretty faithful to the source material, what we did get for the Western release isn't that bad either. Kemco made some pretty alright games for the NES, and there was some really good music in them to boot. What else? There's the controls. Once you get used to punching with A, using your power with B, and jumping with up, and having that really weird floating jump, it gets easier to get around in the game and also fight enemies. The controls are not as bad as some people make it out to be. I did not have much of a problem with it. It's pretty responsive for the most part, and I can easily do things when I need to, sometimes. I just wish there wasn't as many opportunities for enemies to be close to the side of the screen you come out on when you enter a new area, and they hit you quickly and they knock you back into the previous area that you just came out of. I wish there was less of that. Other than that, gameplay and controls, pretty much fine. And for replay value, once you play through this game from beginning to end, there's not going to be much to bring you back. But you might as well have something to do with this game if you're going to be doing stuff for a couple of hours at least. You're not going to get through this one super quickly. There is a little bit of length to this one. But, of course, once you play through it, there's not going to be much new. Although it is fun to map out everything and find out where all of the ability upgrades and extensions are, so in case you need them, you can find them. And is this game worth getting? It pretty much is. I mean, there are better Superman games out there. There definitely are worse. This one's not too bad. Give this one a shot. You may end up liking this one. I really don't know what else to say. And thankfully, you don't have to be used to the comics to play through this one. You can get started and get into this one just fine. Oh, and when you know where everything is, it's easier to get to where you need to go. I should mention that. I didn't mention that about the gameplay controls. Yeah, just knowing where the computer center is will help you find the computer center. You do get hints some of the time, most of the time, but there are some times where you don't do that and you just have to go places and just find out where fire beasts are by trial and error in Chapter 4. Find out where the computer center is in Chapter 3. So thankfully the computer center thing is a little easier because, well, if you've explored the game's world, you'll probably know that there's a computer center and that there will be a computer in it. And then you can go there and beat up the computer in order to fix it. But as for those fire beasts, in Chapter 4, you just have to go out and look for them. And it's much easier to find them with a guide. Yeah, that's the only real jerk move that this game really does. But other than that, once you know what you're doing, and you know where stuff is, and you're used to controls, pretty fun time you'll have with this game. So yeah, go ahead and give this game a shot. You might just like this one. I know that the Angry Video Game Nerd has given it a bit of a hard time. I know there are probably other people on YouTube who have also given it a hard time. This one's not too bad. Check it out. You may enjoy it. Anyway, this has been Let's Play Superman for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe just a little bit more. And hopefully I will be back with another Let's Play. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between. Who knows? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see y'all later.